the best value in a competition-ready pistol. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have the TP9SFX from Canik, or however you choose to say it. We're going to talk about all the features on this pistol, the pros, the cons. We're going to get it out to the range, of course, and then I'll let you know what I think of it overall. Before we get into the pistol, I need to do my disclosure. Yes, I work in the firearms industry. Don't really have any connection to Canik. Know a few people who work there, but that is about it. This pistol was loaned to me by my friends at the Elite Indoor Gun Range in Peacedale Shooting Preserve. Not only did they loan me the firearm for the review, they also hooked me up with some ammo, which is so kind of them in this crazy price ammo. Anyway, the Elite Indoor Gun Range has 2 indoor ranges, a bunch of training classes, sporting clays course, a really nice platinum members lounge. If you are in anywhere near or around Rhode Island, go and check it out. I do not think you will be disappointed. Last but not least, there will be a few affiliate links for this pistol down in the video description. If you are looking to pick one up, click the link and hopefully I can find you a good deal. Yeah, prices are crazy right now. So getting right into the magazines, it comes with 2 metal magazines. They are made by Metgar, which is great because Metgar makes some really high quality, reliable magazines. The magazines themselves hold 18 rounds, but as you see here on the bottom, it has a +2 magazine extension for a total of 20 rounds in each magazine. And as far as your street price, you're looking around $35. So the pistol does not have too much of a magwell, and that's something I kind of find surprising, being this is geared towards competitions. With that said, it is a very budget-friendly competition pistol, and there is some aftermarket support here if you want to get a magwell. As far as the back straps, it has a couple different size back straps for different size hands. The texture on the front and the back are kind of, I'm going to say, Glock-esque. They're pyramid, kind of, they look and feel similar to a Glock. The side has a little bit of more skateboard type texture. It's okay. I wish it was a little more aggressive, but I think most people will prefer this grip. Once again, if this was mine, I'd probably go ahead and get a set of Talon grips. Before we get into this mag release and trigger, let me quickly thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Blackout Coffee. Blackout Coffee makes small batch roasted coffee, tea, and hot chocolate right down in Florida. Good company, they support the troops, the coffee's delicious. If you want to try it, go ahead and click the link down in the video description, and there is the discount code for you. Now, this mag release is interesting for a couple different reasons. There's different sizes. There's a screw on here, and there's different size magazine release. This gun comes with a ton of stuff, which we'll get into in a little while. And one of the thing in the kit is the different size mag releases. So if you want a small, medium, or extra large mag release, you can back out a screw and change different sizes. For me, the medium is kind of my jam. When I put the large one on there, it was too big, and I was accidentally pressing it with the palm of my hand as I was shooting, the palm of my left hand. So for me, the medium one is the jam, but again, there's 3 different sizes and you do you. The trigger is good. The trigger is really good. It's probably one of the best parts of this pistol. One of the better, I'm going to say this, one of the better triggers for a polymer striker fired trigger, especially one of the budget variety. So there is a little bit of take up. You come to a decent wall. The brake is pretty light. My alignment trigger gauge is broken, but if I had to guess, it's probably somewhere around 4 pounds. But the real winner here is the reset. Man, the reset is short, it's audible, it's tactile. I mean, they crushed it with the reset. On the bottom of the gun, you do have a standard 1913 rail with 3 cutouts. If you want to add a light laser or doohickey, you are good to go. The slide release, I love to hate, I hate to love. I don't know. I have a very complicated relationship with the slide release. I've shot these guns a whole bunch, and they shoot wonderful. They shoot great. I love shooting them. They're soft shooting. They're accurate. They're great guns. Never had a problem with them. I can reach that slide release and use it as a slide release, which for me is very important. May or may not be for you. But the problem with it is the shape of it, and it's sharp on one side. So right here on the palm of my left hand, it really digs in to the palm of my left hand, and it just hurts. Now, I've never heard anyone else complain about this. I think I'm the only one, and I've watched over the years many reviews on this pistol, and I don't think anyone's ever mentioned this, but for me and my hands, it's not like it's just a mild rub. I mean, it hurts. And after a couple hundred rounds at the range, I'm having fun, love this gun, shooting it a whole bunch, but that irritates my hand so much, it literally hurts. my delicate man hands, and it makes me stop shooting the gun. So if this was my gun, again, Talon grips, and I'd see if there's an aftermarket slide release that's more rounded off and less sharp on the edges, so it doesn't dig into my palm, because it kind of stopped me from shooting this gun. Moving on now to the slide. As you see, it has a nice gray Cerakote finish. I don't know how many of you care, but in the back of the gun here, there is a cocked indicator. Wow, I can't speak. Doesn't tell you if the gun's loaded, just if the striker is cocked. Wow, this is how it looks when it is cocked. You pull that trigger and it goes away. Also on the slide, you have a very usable set of front serrations and rear serrations. The sights are also very, very good. It is a red fiber optic front sight made by Warren Tactical. The rear sight is a nice blacked out set of sights. It does have a ledge for one-handed manipulations. And if you can't tell, when you add an optic, you do lose the rear sight, which is kind of a bummer. Now, if you're using it for competition, not as big of a deal. But if you're using it for any type of defense, self-defense, home defense, then I'd be a little bit more hesitant using an optic on this gun, especially if it's this package comes with the Vortex Viper. I do not recommend the Vortex Viper for home defense, self-defense. Again, competitions, not as big of a deal. If it's for home defense, man, get the RMR, get that Holosun, get something a little bit better, a little bit more reliable. So losing the rear sight is a disadvantage. I'm very happy that it has an optics cut, and I'm very happy that it comes with all of the plates to mount most of the common optics. So it comes with 4 different plates, and it's going to allow you to mount all of these optics, which for the most part are all the common pistol red dots that are out there. Now the plates are a little on the thick side, and I can't tell what they're made of. I'll see if I can look it up and let you know. So good job with the optic system. Not quite perfect, but very, very close. Another thing that's unique on this optic system, it comes with this small charging handle, and on both sides of the optic plate, you can thread in this charging handle. So if you have problems with grip strength, or if this is a competition gun, it gives you a charging handle on the side to help rack the slide. Now, while I'm not into that personally, I do see at competitions all the time people have those charging handles on the side, so I know it is a feature that most competition people are gonna want. Last thing I want to talk about really is this box. Normally, I don't talk about the box, but this is an impressive package. They give you a spot for the gun, including the outside the waistband holster that it comes with. I don't have that, but it does come with it. A speed loader. It gives you all the tools to mount the optic. It gives you, of course, the lock, the owner's manual, the back straps, cutouts for the magazines, the different plates, the cleaning brushes. The one thing I gotta give Canik for is a great presentation on the box. So field stripping this pistol is very easy. It is very, very Glock-esque. If you know how to disassemble a Glock, pretty much the same process with these. We're just gonna pull the slide back a little bit, and there's 2 takedown levers on each side. We'll pull those takedown levers, obviously make sure the gun is unloaded, pull the trigger, and the slide comes right off. And you can do that in the reverse order. You can pull the trigger first if you want to. The one thing I want to show you that I noticed is if you pull these 2 takedown levers and pull the trigger, the gun comes right off. You don't need to pull the slide to the rear. And I don't know, is it feasible that somehow these 2 levers get bumped? I don't know how realistic that is. And it's sitting in your holster this way before self-defense or in the safe, in competition, whatever, and you pull the gun out and you pull that trigger and the slide goes flying off. No idea if that's realistic or if you guys care about that, but I noticed it and I want to mention it. Anyway, recoil spring is captured metal, no issues there. The barrel is 852 inches long. No, it is a big gun. Definitely a full-size competition gun. What I'll do is I'll pull up the dimensions of the Canik here and the Glock 34 here. Again, I'm not really comparing it to the Glock 34 all that much. I know it is a much more of a budget-friendly gun and it's more competition gun, but I think people who are looking at this may consider both of these, and more importantly, I think more people know the size of a Glock 34, so for size comparison, I think these make the most sense. I need some water. Now the best part of the review, let's talk about the testing that I've done on this pistol. I have shot 4 or 5 different TFXs over the years, so these are not new pistols to me. And then on this particular one, I shot about 300 rounds through 2 different range trips. In my opinion, of what I thought of it before did not change at all during reviewing of this particular gun. They're a ton of fun to shoot. They shoot extremely nice. I shot it close, I shot it at distance, I shot it over here, I shot it over there. Now the weird part is, first thing I did was check the dot to make sure the dot was right on. And it was shooting low, and I tried adjusting and it was still shooting low. So I bench rested it, still shooting low. Shot it off the front sight and it was spot on, dead on, perfect. So I think something might be up with this Vortex Viper, or I don't know, maybe my eyes with the Viper. I have no idea, but the pistol itself was very, very accurate, very, very good. No issues with the pistol at all. Again, being this is a competition gun, the main thing I did was shoot a bunch of steel. That's a bunch of steel at both of my clubs, which I'm very fortunate for, and that's what I did. I just plinked away and did transitions as if I was in a competition. Did a little bit of moving and shooting as well, and just treated it as if it was a competition. So through all of that, I'm going to say the biggest pro is going to be the value and what you get for your money. If you compared, or if you wanted a Glock or a SIG like this with all these features, it's probably going to cost you 4 times as much. So the Canik is going to bring the value compared to other guns. I'm happy that it's an optics ready system. The trigger is just out of this world crazy. The mag release is good. The trigger is good. A lot of good things to talk about with this pistol. Now, as far as cons, I'm also going to say the optics system is a con and a pro. I don't like that you lose the rear sight, and these plates seem really thick to me. I'm sure they could have made the plates thinner, lowered that optic a little bit, which probably would help a little bit. The biggest con for me though is going to be the slide release. Again, it digs into my hand, and I'm the only one who's complained about this that I know of, but it really digs into my hand to the point where after like 100 rounds I just don't want to shoot this gun anymore, because it really hurts the palm on my hand. Overall, like I've said several times, good gun. If you're looking for a budget-friendly competition gun, this should definitely be on the list, because a lot of fun, very accurate, and overall they seem pretty reliable. Of course, there's some problems out there with every gun, but this one doesn't seem too bad. Besides competitions, you could easily use it for home defense, for self-defense. Might be tough to carry this appendix if you choose to, but throw a light on here. You have 2 20-round magazines. Stick it by bedside, or in a bag maybe if you're into that, truck gun if you're into that, and this could fill any of those roles. Alright, before you guys go, I need to thank the Elite Indoor Gun Range. Not only did they let me borrow this Canik SFX, they also supplied the ammo for the review, which is insanely generous of them. Again, if you're in the area, definitely check them out. Sponsor of today's video is Blackout Coffee Company. Really delicious coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. If you're into any of those, discount code and link is down in the video description. These are the other companies who support me with affiliate links. My Patreon supporters are sensational. If you guys want to know what reviews I am working on right now before they come out, consider following me on Instagram, Facebook, Parler, and TikTok. The links to all of them are down in the video description. Last but certainly not least, let me thank you guys for watching, because it is greatly, greatly appreciated. I will see you guys next time. Peace!